Снова здравствуйте. Мы начинаем третью серию прохождения данного детективного расследования. Мы в прошлой серии собирались поехать к Оскару, чтобы попробовать с ним поговорить. Может, он что-нибудь вспомнил? Или...
No. Who's that? Okay, so this Zach guy was connected to Dorota. Took pictures of her. Were they sleeping together?
Да я откуда знаю?
You can tell me if she was. I don't care. Look, I mean, if you're going around asking all these questions, if you find out anything like that, I want you to tell me. Thanks, Sam. Don't let me mourn if I shouldn't. Who what? Boudoir photos? She sent some private photos to me by phone. Do you mean them? I get it now. That's why you're asking about Zach Weston. Maybe I should pay him a visit.
She starved herself. She'd done it before. She could do it again. Except before was different. Before, Mother was...
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Stayed then. Now, without Mother, Penn failed, like she failed everything else.
Zach! What are you doing here? Quick, don't let anyone see you.
Why don't you want anyone to see me?
What? You're the one who said we shouldn't be seen together. What are you doing here?
Lol.
I wanted to make sure we...
What did you do? What did you say to Sam?
Everyone's talking about Dorota. Are you happy Dorota's dead?
I didn't say that. But we both know what Dorota was like. She practically threw herself at you.
She didn't throw us. Why'd you think that? She didn't throw...
Don't play games with me, Zach. You know how insecure I get.
Everyone's talking about Dorota.
I know. But I suppose people like that attract trouble.
People like what? Is that why you...
That's not funny, Zach. What if Sam heard?
Да я и так это слышу.
Didn't need one. The bird took up a perch on the back of Mother's armchair. Watching her was powerless to...
Ну, понятно.
Sight of the bird's claws.
И этот меня не хочет видеть.
Piercing the chair's upholstery pierced Penn's eyes. She didn't have to try anymore, or fail anymore.
Кстати, 8
She just had to do as she...
сходить к Лекси. Стать Сэмом. Они же говорили в 8 и, по-моему,
Penn,
после 6.
hold yourself together! And just like that. After a couple of weeks, Penn's little fat an attic mouse she'd foolishly dreamed of keeping. In truth, Mother had been. It was a sharper eyesight, perhaps. When Penn stole a breadcrumb from the kitchen counter, the parrot saw. Can't even resist a crumb, it sang.
It's 8 o'clock and time for another August update. Police investigating the death of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw have said there's no evidence to connect her boyfriend to the murder. Chief DuPont's statement was delivered in response to speculation from local residents that it was a crime of passion. Miss Shaw's strangled body was found by her mother around 10 p.m. last night in what the chief is calling a puzzling crime.
I can't believe people are gossiping already, Poe.
It's always the person closest to the victim, isn't it what they say?
But that poor boy. A reminder also that due to the murder, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced soon. The weather's getting worse tonight with heavy rain forecast. So if you're heading out, you might want to take a jacket. Or a cap.
Or wear the jacket in the cab. That's 8 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Надо было... Сейчас.
Jimmy.
If you have anything else on Zach Weston, let me know. And I'm all for a good boudoir picture, but who are they for? There's definitely a strong connection between those two then. Well, unless they were for Oscar, I don't know. Unless there's someone else about to come out of the woodwork. That's what he says, but no one can back him up. He's on my radar now. I think you're supposed to tell me that. If he was taking photos of Dorota, maybe he fell for her? And the feeling wasn't mutual. Artists have muses, apparently. Wish I had one. Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. Rain met Zach already, touting for work. Zach told Rain Dorota would be alone last night. Zach says he's sleeping with Violet, which I doubt. Zach did other photo sessions with Dorota. Boudoir. I wonder what else he's not telling us. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. Bronwyn and Lexi lied about being together last night. You're still following up Birmingham. Keep me posted. Yeah, he mentioned the word traveller to me, but he's nothing. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
It's gonna adjust the emergency lighting kicks in. How the hell she managed that, I have no idea. The door from the west stairwell crashes open. I raised Jimmy's gun, but she's in cover before...
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Fourth hits a square in the chest. I put another...
Zach, let me stop you there. You are one creepy fellow. Now, I don't know what you had going on with Dorota, but I don't want anything to do with it. Do not come back here. Please.
Eyes locked, I put that ninth bullet straight through her skull.
Тогда меняемся.
Hello, I'm Rain.
His empty gun falls to the floor. All that's left is my sobbing.
Rain! I'm surprised to see you here. I take it you know about Dorota already. All that stuff we talked about yesterday, that's strictly between you and me.
What stuff?
That's the spirit. Now, I think it's best if we don't get caught speaking to each other. Overcautious, I'm sure, but I think it's for the best nonetheless. Maybe we can get together for a lad's night out after this is all blown over. Yeah?
Oh, no. Okay.
Great. Well, I'll see you soon.
Or so she said. I'm not sure I believe they exist. Even now, if she wasn't Automat, she wasn't anymore. She told me to shoot her, so I did. Automats are supposed to have that power. They tell you to do...
Потому что в 8, они только после 8, скорее всего, будут со мной разговаривать.
Bang. The office door shook with the knocking from outside. What a time for company.
It's 8 o'clock and time for another August update. Police investigating the death of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw have said there's no evidence to connect her boyfriend to the murder. Chief DuPont's statement was delivered in response to speculation from local residents that it was a crime of passion. Miss Shaw's strangled body was found by her mother around 10 p.m. last night in what the chief is calling a puzzling crime.
I can't believe people are gossiping already, Poe.
It's always the person closest to the victim, isn't that what they say?
But that poor boy. A reminder also that due to the murder, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced soon. The weather's getting worse tonight with heavy rain forecast. So if you're heading out, you might want to take a jacket. Or a cab.
Or wear the jacket in the cab. That's 8 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Sam, I've got news. We've done a reading.
Опять...
The Five of Swords. That's the same card as yesterday.
Let's hope it's not the Knight of Wands.
Жезлов.
This doesn't look good.
It's fine. This happens all the time. There are 78 cards in a deck. The same ones come up a lot.
I get it, but we drew the exact same cards yesterday. What are the odds of pulling all three again?
1 in 474,552. I know. I get asked a lot.
Bet it's a Ten of Swords.
Десятка мечей. Да?
It's happening again. There's going to be another murder.
Мне кажется, рыженькая.
Then Lexi did her thing, and now we have a name. Alice Munro.
А, радиоведущая. Ой, она моргнула. Прикольно.
Sam, I've just arrested Bronwyn and Lexi. I know I don't really have anything, but they have been winding me up all day, coming in here, talking to me like I'm a suspect, and generally being weird. So, they're safely behind bars now, and presumably Ellis will live. Just keep an eye on Rain. Perhaps he'll take over the job if no one else is around.
Grimace, 6 weeks wasted. I knew I had a reason for wanting her dead.
Да, рыжая.
You must be Sam. I just got off the phone with Chief DuPont. I can't believe it. First Dorota, now me. Not very well. He's done a few shoots of me and Poe to promote the show. No. Zach keeps asking, but I just don't want to. Not for him, but Dorota did. She gave me the pictures as a gift. She looked amazing. Yes, we were friends. I hadn't known her for long, only a few weeks. We met at the gala. I was hosting and she was playing the cello, you know? I guess we talked for a little while and then she asked me for a drink after the show. After we'd had a few drinks, she invited me back to her house. I thought we were just gonna chat, watch a movie, that sort of thing. Then she kissed me. I was so shocked. She was so attractive. So I kissed her back. This is just between us, right?
Да, конечно. Да,
we fooled around. I don't have many friends, Sam. Everyone thinks because I'm on the radio, I have tons of friends, so nobody ever approaches me. I get lonely. But Dorota was my friend, and I liked making her happy.
Да, в том плане.
Poe and Dorota, people I say hi to. I have thousands of followers and subscribers, and they keep me feeling warm when I'm down, but they're not friends. I do get the odd stalker, but that isn't something anyone wants. Oscar, yeah. She was a bit confused. When we started seeing each other, she didn't like him touching her anymore. I didn't mind, but she did. So I told her if he wanted to get sexual, then maybe she should try something else. I said some guys like to watch, so tell him it would be sexy if he could look but he couldn't touch. As far as I know, it worked.
Mm-hmm.
She told Oscar to watch from her walk-in wardrobe. When he was at a safe distance, she put on a show. She faked it. She told me she faked it. But you'd know best.
Да, мне.
It was her mom's. She was saving in case she ever got married. We're co-hosts on the radio. Oh, sorry. You know that already. We've been partners for 2 years now. He's a good friend. Can't we be both, Sam? Poe's his radio name. He's actually John Poe. He's on air now, but you can come back at 8:30 if you want to see him. On air? We both were. We broadcast live hourly news reports. It's how we keep our funding. No. Sorry. I did have a strange dream last night, though. My life was playing on a TV screen, and every time I did something, another version of me started playing over the first. In the end, there were so many versions it became a fog. It filled my lungs. I couldn't breathe. And then I woke up. What do you think that means, Sam? I don't know what. I mean, I'm anxious now. Maybe it was predicting Dorota's death. Or mine.
Да не умрешь ты, наверное.
That sounds reassuring.
Да, да.
I hope it's not just words, Sam.
Я тоже.
You've kind of just asked about Dorota since you got here.
Жутко.
Sam, you forgot your phone.
Time Hotel on 39th Street, Queens. Was home for a while.
Ты не хочешь со мной
Pens in, rooting around.
Monroe. Everyone knows her. She's a local radio star here. I always get the shot, Sam. One way or another.
Как загадочно ты сказал, как будто...
The access to the stairwells, the room service carts, and a roof with a view to die for.
Добрый вечер.
Excellent work. Gold star for you. Oh, hello. This is my goddaughter, Sophia. She's only 9 and she's a maths genius.
Hello.
I have to pop to my room to get something. Be nice to her while I'm gone. Otherwise I might have to smother you in your sleep.
Ха-ха. Почему именно задушить?
What's your name?
Sam?
I'm Sophia. Pleased to meet you. Do you want to know a secret?
Да.
Violet was taken by aliens in their ship.
Класс.
Shh. She doesn't want anyone to know.
Sorry about that. Sophia, your mother will be here for you soon, so run along and wait. Now, Sam, how can I help you? Of course. Poe and Monroe. She's on the radio.
Ha ha ha.
She has a wicked imagination for her age. I was seeing and hearing things that weren't there. That's why I'm taking pills. I needed to confide in someone, so I told Chief Dupont. Just Chief Dupont.
Chief.
And now you, apparently.
Да, я понял.
Why are you talking about this again? You understand, every time you mention abduction, it opens up a vault of crushing memories that I'd rather stay locked up. No. Not even the moon. I don't really want to. About a month ago, the guest house was empty and I was alone in my bedroom. All I could hear was dripping. Cold tap. Drip. Drip.
Drip, drip,
Drip. And then it began. I could smell iron, a strong metallic smell. Then I could taste it on my tongue. And then weightlessness. Like time and space had stopped. That was the first time they took me. It's happened 5 times.
5 раз.
Even on clozapine. Get that strange aura, then I'm gone. I had tests for epilepsy, amongst other things.
Связать с теорией тарологов, это она убивает
the
всех.
scans were normal. No. I have certain flashbacks. It's difficult to explain. I'm stuck in the wall of an enormous room made from these wooden vines, except the vines slowly move and drip with pain. My head is pushed out like I'm a trophy. If I look to my side, there are others' heads, all prisoners, being experimented on. They rearrange us like decorations, suck us backwards into the darkness and then thrust us back through the wall. And when they return me home, I'm broken. Cuts,
Шизофрения.
bruises, memories.
If I were you, if Penn even thought about opening the fridge.
How could you let Chief Dupont do that? I'm not talking to you until you get this fixed. Bronwyn was on Tarotasm, Sam. Just like she was an hour ago. And they record everything, so her alibi should be without question. She was just lying to protect Lexi. She's maternal like that.
By late afternoon, she'd taken one of Mother's favorite lemon biscuits and ate it in her bedroom like she was 13 again, sucking on stolen sauce packets from the school canteen. Too hard. This was bad enough without the gnawing.
Sam, do me a favour, go easy on Violet. If we need to get anything out of her, let me deal with it. She'll open up to me. What do you know about it? Yeah, I pulled in a few bug-eyed aliens, but they wouldn't confess. We've got a murder to solve. Can we talk about this later? Why? Well, then I've made a mistake. Whoops! A few hours in the cell works magic on most people, even tarot readers. Look, I see you're starting to care for these people already, but Violet's been watching them like a hawk. If you can convince her, you convince me. We've got a new target, Ellis Monroe. Ellis said she was in a relationship with Dorota. She kissed a girl and she liked it. She told you where John Pope, or Poe, is going to be next. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. Bronwyn was logged into a call centre system called Tarotasm. I heard the recordings from last night. It's her voice. So as much as it pains me to say it, Bronwyn isn't a suspect. But Lexi and Rain still are. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got it. Violet told you about her brush with aliens? You seem far too interested in those kind of things. Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. No one corroborates. And he keeps asking Ellis to pose nude. Could be motive. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
Joke you are! In 2 months, Penn grew thinner than she'd ever been. Thinner and harder. There were no more...
You're only alive because we want you to be.
Спасибо.
Hi, I'm Ellis. I'm Ellis.
Object for today.
It's definitely made out of silver.
Ага, ну, это логично. И это, в принципе, логично, они никак не взаимодействуют.
Yeah, that's part of it. Whistle.
I'm not sure what the ball on the end's for.
Это странно, но логично. Ага.
Silver rattle.
Ага. То есть за нее пока нельзя.
It was found within a sealed well at St. Augustine's, along with the bones of 17 children.
Здесь стать Заком, сходить к нему, к ней.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Потому что пока мы в тупиковой ветви, уйти.
Poe's curiosity shop is now
За Оскара сходить к женщине.
Zach, what are you doing here?
I've been a naughty boy. I need to.
Good to know. I'm not one of them though, so unless there's anything else.
Pose for me.
Zach, please stop asking. It's not gonna happen.
Just,
Are you bullying me into taking my clothes off for you? That's sleazy. Just leave, Zach, before I call Chief DuPont.
Disclose location. When he had first
Ну, это понятно.
location, he had assumed the location would be somewhere on Earth. Instead, he now found himself on the far side of the moon.
Ну, это
Field,
ожидаемо.
an expert in the field of archaeology.
А, ну.
I need to talk about.
What have you been doing with Ellis Monroe?
What haven't I been? What have you heard?
The tarot readers have predicted that she's the next victim. Do you think we should do something?
Want to?
No, I do not. I've got more important things to do, Zach.
The work kept him going. It had to. Dimitri kept...
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
Ну, трясет меня, ну, блин. Ой, ёлки, блин.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Short spark of enthusiasm had faded, like a falling star in the night sky. On the morning of his
Hello, lovely. Take a look at this. It's a picture of the rotor.
I don't want...
It's not like that. It's just a press photo. Do you see anything in it?
A girl. A girl.
You don't see any movement. Just a rotor.
linguistics, and exobiology respectively.
Это ожидаемо.
And for the first time noticed...
Violet, if this is about releasing people from prison, the answer is no. I'm going to need hard evidence for that to happen. Now, go! Back to the guest house?
Schedule for the day, which centred around their latest discovery, a hole of less than 2 meters wide that seemed to go on for several kilometers.
Ну это... Да, сейчас.
Its edges were most unusual, in that they were astonishingly smooth down to a molecular level. Indeed, it was clear that this hole was not a natural formation. Made, the hole was drilled, or otherwise created, over 50...
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
Главное сейчас не
Just knew there was much more to be done. The plan, then, was to send more probes down.
Нету.
Much deeper it went. They had been doing this,
Этого тоже нету.
much to Dimitri's growing frustration. At this point, Dimitri started at bottom.
Oscar, I'm so sorry. What can I do?
Were you seen?
Oscar, it's so much more complicated than that.
Is it really? Tell me. Why didn't you say...
I couldn't. I was live on air. I didn't know what was happening. Well, nobody knew what was happening. Don't make this my fault, Oscar. Please.
Without much thought, Dimitri blurted out, "We could send a person down there."
Ah.
Oscar, good. You got my message. Got some things to show you.
What have you got?
Does, this mean anything to you?
That's Dorota.
And what if I showed you this?
Alice Munro.
Do you know her?
She's...
And if I do this?
Какой ты мерзкий.
No? Anything?
What are you doing?
That'll be all.
Очень странный
You can go
мужичок.
now.
Drained to argue. Well, Dr. Whitfield conceded with a sigh. If you're really that But no protest. Alright, Dr. Sheffield, you're all hooked up and ready to go. The crew...
Вот так это выглядит. Давай станем Сэмом.
Remington had initially objected to using the feeble apparatus, but when no alternative...
And you're sure it was her? Then it couldn't be her, could it? You want me to tell Claude, don't you?
Да.
Sorry, I mean Chief DuPont. Fine, fine, I'll call him.
Yes, Dr. Utani, I hear you loud and clear, he replied. Alright, we're going to accelerate your descent a bit, otherwise we'll be here all day. Dr. Utani sounded tired. Besides, we don't want you down there any longer than necessary. Neither do I, thought Dimitri. Even...
Боже.
Fine. Let me do the paperwork. I'm starting to regret hiring you. Maybe you should concentrate on something else. We've got a new target. Alice Munro. Alice said she was in a relationship with Dorota. She kissed a girl and she liked it. She told you where John Pope, or Poe, is going to be next. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. Bronwyn was logged into a call centre system called Taratasm. I heard the recordings from last night, it's her voice. So as much as it pains me to say it, Bronwyn isn't a suspect. But Lexi and Rain still are. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. Violet told you about her brush with aliens? You seem far too interested in those kind of things. Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. No one corroborates. And he keeps asking Ellis to pose nude. Could be motive. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
To inspect all sides of the tunnel. Only now did it occur to him how narrow the tunnel really was. If he got stuck...
Yes, I met her at the radio station. I was offering my services. Earning a living's tricky when you travel around as much as we do. And last time I checked, Violet wasn't offering us room and board for free. In Birmingham, it was a man called Yuri Harris. He worked as a butcher. He beheaded all 3 girls within hours of each other. And we couldn't stop it. He pleaded not guilty for reason of temporary insanity. Because he said he'd see us again. In August. Before we even knew it was a month and a place.
Paper over the etchings and proceeded to rub it with the pencil.
Oh, ёлки.
It wasn't easy to find some of the small markings in the pitch black.
No. I can do a reading if you want.
Давай. Что?
Chariot. Is Zach a suspect?
Да нет.
I'm sensing there's a lot of tension, pent-up frustration, like he's trying to keep everything together, and if he can just do that... I'm sorry, that's not much help to you, is it? I've heard on the radio, but other than that, I don't know anything about her. I want to help though. That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Although we can be sure of one thing. Yeah, she sounded blonde on the radio, but Mercury called her as a redhead. A little bit. What did you want to know? A rite can take many forms, but from what we know about these travelers, it seems to be performing some kind of coming-of-age ceremony. Yes, a rite of passage. Running havoc in our dimension is rewarded in theirs. Not fair, is it?
Серьезно?
3 attempts? Yes, that's likely, but 3 victims? That's up to you, Sam. No pressure.
Да.
Yes, of course. Anything. I've already been doing that, but sure, I'll keep at it. Maybe it'll feel sorry for me and finally put out. Was it a gold coin? That's more of a serial killer thing than a possessed by a traveler thing. It's a bit showy, but there's no guarantees.
Word. Curiosity was a concept to be closely associated.
So what's the news about Ellis? I feel so useless sitting here. I want to help. Yes, please use me. Tell me what to do. Who's that? Is he a suspect? I guess he must be. Okay, I'm on the case. Just give me a minute to get ready and I'll be off.
Light could be on if his room was still shrouded in darkness. He rubbed the heels of his hand. His befuddlement slowly turned to horror as he came to the terrifying... Dimitri stumbled out of bed, felt his bare feet touch the cold floor. He searched for the handle, opened the door.
It's 9 o'clock and you're listening to Radio August. Investigations into the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw are continuing this evening. Miss Shaw was found dead in her home at approximately 10 p.m. last night in what police are describing as a puzzling case. Residents are urged to be cautious until the perpetrator is caught. I cannot stress this enough, August. Stay safe out there. You mean the world to me. In other news, Monroe has been detained on urgent business, so you're stuck with me until she returns. Never fear, Monroe fans. We still have lots of pre-recordings, so you can relax with her angelic tones. That's 9 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Just when he was about to turn around and run into the hallway,
Sam, I've got some heavy rain news. Lawrence Petrovsky, that's his real name, and no, he's not a Russian spy. But he does have a criminal record. He was charged with the murder of a 21-year-old artist. Looks like he got off on a technicality by all accounts. About 3 months ago in Hong Kong. Be careful, Sam. If you're going to ask him about this, it could be a flight risk. And you know, there's a good chance he could be the killer. What's behind you?
he was almost able to make out...
Hey, I'm going. There's too many people asking questions, it's exhausting. I'm off to stay at my aunt's. I'll come back tomorrow, but I've said everything I can say.
Ты прям совсем ушел? Классно.
Of their words.
Из кадра вышел.
Probably right here. Why? I didn't realise I was under house arrest.
Боже, он со мной заигрывает.
Thanks for the advice. I hope I'm not the only suspect.
Until we know the hole.
You're the detective. Monroe just called. This is madness. Who would want to hurt her? We've worked together for years. She's the light to my shade, the angel to my demon, the diamond to my lump of coal. She told me to say all those things. I believe not. She has a big heart, and in my opinion, opens it too easily. Only a madman, or woman. Monroe is August's sweetheart. Poe and Monroe, that was her idea. Our show? We were just another local radio station before that. It was Monroe who decided we should have a theme. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe. Don't tell me you haven't heard it, detective. That's what the Free Radio Project is all about. Uniting August via the airwaves. Monroe's been delivering free radios anywhere people might want to listen. Doctor surgeries, hairdressers, the guest house. That's cynical, detective. Not at all. We aren't the only show on the radio. We interviewed her about her scholarship not too long ago. Do you think whoever killed Dorota plans to kill Monroe? What makes you think she's in danger? Tarot. Does this have anything to do with the gentleman who stopped by? I didn't get his name, I'm afraid. He offered to do a spot on our show, doing tarot readings to answer listener questions. We said we'd think about it. You know, this town is fascinating. There's a lot more to it than meets the eye. Have you ever read up on the real history of August? The official story is that Mary August retired from a life on the high seas, found a nice spot here, and used her ill-gotten gains to establish a town. But that's not what really happened. It's true that Mary August was a pirate, but she didn't retire. Her ship was sunk on the rocks just off the coast. Mary and all of her crew sought refuge in a small fishing town, this one. They slaughtered everyone, men, women, and children, all dead and dismembered in their own homes. The bodies were dumped in a mass grave. Well, the body parts. And the pirates moved in. No one knows. It seems at some point it was built over and then forgotten about. It could be under the school, or the church, or right beneath our feet. On that note, I should probably get back to the booth. The show must go on. Death threats be damned. Look after Monroe, detective. She's the only Monroe I've got.
It's now 10 o'clock. Here's your August update. Investigations deepen into last night's murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw, a talented cellist who had recently been granted a place at Juilliard, was found strangled at her home last night. With the murderer still at large, Chief DuPont has urged residents to remain calm and stresses there is almost no chance of anyone else being harmed. Alice, if you're listening, let me know you're okay. In other news, a handful of August residents have reported seeing strange lights in the sky earlier this evening. The lights, which witnesses describe as searingly bright, were spotted over the east edge of town, past the fire station. Have you seen any strange lights? Or for that matter, little green men? Let me know. That's 10 o'clock with Poe.
Пу-пу-пу. Вот на этой ноте мы и закончим сегодняшнюю серию. Прилетели инопланетяне. Время 10, по идее, совпадает с убийством первой девушки. Поэтому на такой прекрасной ноте мы завершаем. Всем большое спасибо за просмотр. Всем пока-пока.